I want to call your attention to the shape of the feet of these shapeshifters. Something I haven't covered in a lot of depth before. I'm going to start with Selena Gomez, who had a shapeshifting gaffe at the SAG Awards recently, and see what happened to her foot.
Ouch. Selena Gomez took a trip on the SAG Awards red carpet while walking in her high heels, but she immediately recovered.
Okay, obviously nobody's foot can do that, but the question is exactly what is happening and what is the shape of her foot underneath her skin suit. And she recovers the human foot as he picks her up, but it's just so small. I keep replaying it to get a look at it, and the reason is because there have been a lot of sort of hoof-like feet, and so I just want to go through this and everybody think about when you're looking at these shapeshifters, which is basically everyone on TV almost at this point, pay attention to their feet and see when they shrink and when they look more hoof-like. And I see this most in basketball and sports, and I'll be showing that to you. But anyway, Selena Gomez, I sent this around on March 23rd. It was her Instagram account. I sent the link. You can see she's reptilian. So she has these slit pupils, and so do these fake fans, and their claw hands. And all these are fake fans as well, and doing the V for real, and none of them are human. And they have plenty of shape-shifting errors, so claws and all kinds of, not sure what's going on there, that, people don't notice when they're just scrolling through her Instagram. Again, it's all just fake fans. They're never actually with fans. They're always with reptilians posing as fans. And, here we can see, I don't know, I think she only has 4 fingers, but, her with the tongue out and being all evil. But anyway, let's look at this reptilian drawings. You can see that if you could sort of pan out, it's almost hoof-like in a way. But these are actual hooves. This is the god Pan. Pandemonium, pandemic. We'll be going over him soon. So they have, sort of a shorter foot, and there are different variations. I'm just trying to get more of a visual, but it's certainly shorter than our foot, and higher, and can look sort of hoof-like. This is Prince Charles. I played this recently. His foot kind of goes hoof, and you can see that the leg bends back a bit. This is another one where his pant suddenly turned into something that looked more hoof-like. And the shortening of the foot is very obvious. It happened to Elton John recently. So this is something to pay attention to when you are figuring out who is human and who's not. Spoiler alert, none of them are human. So this is Prince Harry at his wedding, and you can see when the sunlight hits it how thin his legs are, and his feet get shorter. And Harry's supposedly a big guy, right? His skin suit is very big, his human suit, and they become really sort of painfully thin, and his foot becomes hoof-like. This was from an earlier video I did on Harry and Meghan being reptilian demons, which you can scroll up and find. Again, hoof-like. So I'm saying hoof-like, but the lizard foot also has that sort of like hoof-like shape. Nothing like a human foot. Anyways, again. So I'm going to zoom in again. Very, very thin. Kind of reminds me a little bit now of how thin Selena Gomez's foot became when she fell and sort of curled. So obviously this looks nothing like the hairy skin suit that we normally see. And here you can really see it hoof-like at the bottom, and perhaps more like a lizard claw. Now we know reptilians are not the only beings. Everything you've seen, mermaids, werewolves, all of that exists. All of them exist, and some of them are shapeshifters. So let's listen to this guy and see what he has to show us.
Now, some trail cam footage has come out in Alabama specifically.
More specifically, Cleburne County. The trail camera recorded something extremely horrific and disturbing.
On trail cam, where they was able to capture supposedly just the last foot of, is this an elaborate hoax or not? But when you analyze deeply here, you notice something strange. That one foot looks like kind of a human foot, and the other one looks like a dog's paw. So is this some hybrid creature running around that they've caught imagery of, or is this just some more bull crap we're dealing with here? As we look at this closer, though, analyze with your own eyes to check this out.
All right, so what we see here is a werewolf sort of mid-shapeshift. So one foot is back to more human, and then the other one still very much a paw. And so this also has like a hoof-like appearance, especially if, it's shape-shifting and it's just a short foot and that's all you see. And recall next the video I did on Muhammad Ali. It's up above in this channel, where we saw his foot, sort of the front of his foot, disappear, and the rest looked like a hoof, and also quite a bit, thinner, more like what we saw with Harry. So, we saw plenty of reptilian eyes. But if you look at his opponent in this fight, you see a sort of a dog face constantly appearing. See that there, and it's it could be just the way he's shape-shifting, but I've just noticed in sports in particular that there is some other creature, like if you're looking at that, right, kind of like a jackal, that you're seeing. So again, Muhammad Ali was reptilian. We have his slit eye. You can go back and look at that. The foot getting shorter is something that happens to them, and so we've seen that now a few times. But the paw is also something that we might be seeing when they shapeshift, and all we really have are what we see when they glitch. So exactly what the animal looks like underneath is not always the easiest thing to gauge. And so the slit pupils and the other classic shape-shifting errors are more of our go-to. But again, if you're looking at him, I might argue that the shape that I'm seeing on his opponent is more of a jackal-like and less lizard. Now, if you don't know this yet, whenever you see a false flag event, here the World Trade Center, everyone you see on TV is going to just be a shapeshifter. So here's one of the, the footage from 9/11, and you see this guy with number 23 on him. I've covered that extensively. Has this hoof, this sort of like hoof-like or claw-like. I'm calling it a hoof, but they all sort of look similar, like in the human. When it's a shape-shifting error, it just looks like a shortened, sort of taller foot that does look a little bit more like the god Pan goat hoof, but it's hard to say. And I'm not going to go through this too much, but no one here is human. And back to this guy. So you keep seeing this number 23, clearly with the hoof. That's not a human foot. it's been so. And then later you see him with his foot is human again. So again, this is something to look out for. It wasn't something I used to look for often. So I'm just going to play some clips from basketball, and they have a filter on this because people are shapeshifting pretty badly, and just pay attention to their feet.